Welcome to Curiosity Compass for our new journey. Let's navigate the world's most fascinating ideas.
These ancient palm leaf manuscripts contain the Ramayana. To read the epic is to navigate 24,000 verses, nearly 4 times the length of the Iliad. Scribes etched this massive text into dried leaves using a metal stylus, preserving the story for centuries. Looking at this map, you can see how the text refused to stay confined to the Indian subcontinent. Over hundreds of years, the story radiated outwards, weaving itself into the local religions, histories, and cultural values of Southeast Asia. In this photograph of traditional Indonesian shadow puppetry, known as wayang kulit, you can see how the narrative adapted to new cultures. The characters and morals of the epic were retold in village squares and royal courts alike. Its modern impact is just as visible. When the first serialized television adaptation aired in 1987, streets across India emptied as millions of people paused their daily lives to watch each episode. With thousands of verses spanning dozens of countries, the Ramayana provides the foundational moral and cultural framework for millions of people today. The plot is set in motion by a cosmic crisis. The gods are paralyzed by Ravana, a 10-headed demon king who has conquered the known world through dark magic. To bypass his magical defenses, they need a mortal champion. The god Vishnu provides the solution. He incarnates in the city of Ayodhya as Prince Rama, the eldest son of the king, who is raised to be the model of self-control and righteousness. The first book of the epic, the Balakanda, details his youth. Rama secures his bride, Princess Sita, by casually stringing and then shattering the legendary bow of the god Shiva, a feat that had defeated every other king on earth. By the time we reach the Ayodhya Kanda, Rama is an adult. His aging father, King Dasharatha, prepares to formally crown him as the next ruler of the Kosala kingdom. But the night before the coronation, Queen Kaikeyi is pushed by a jealous servant to sabotage the succession. She corners the king and invokes 2 ancient, irrevocable promises he had made to her years ago. Kaikeyi demands that her own son, Bharata, be placed on the throne instead, and that Rama be banished to the perilous Dandaka forest for 14 years. Bound by his word, the king must comply. Rama receives the news and accepts his exile immediately. He chooses to protect his father's honor and uphold Dharma, the universal law of righteous duty. Rama trades a golden crown for a life of wandering in bark garments. By giving up his future to honor a single promise made by his father, he sets a moral standard that shifts the story from a political drama to a study in human integrity. Rama leaves the capital with his wife Sita and his brother Lakshmana. They shed their royal silks, dress themselves in rough tree bark, and walk into the wilderness. Over the next decade in the Dandaka forest, they live as ascetics. Rama acts as a wilderness protector, utilizing his martial training to safeguard peaceful sages against the demons that roam the woods. The turning point arrives when a demoness attempts to seduce Rama. When he rejects her, she attacks Sita. In defense, Lakshmana strikes back, mutilating the attacker. This local skirmish draws the fury of the demoness's brother, Ravana, the 10-headed emperor of Lanka. Ravana orchestrates a tactical deception. He deploys a demon disguised as a mesmerizing golden deer. The creature lures both Rama and Lakshmana deep into the woods, leaving their hermitage unguarded. With the brothers distracted, Ravana strikes. He slays the giant vulture Jatayu, seizes Sita, and flies her back to his island fortress of Lanka. Up to this moment, Rama's duty was simply to endure his banishment in peace. Sita's abduction forces a complete pivot from passive endurance to justified warfare. Rama needs an invasion force. He travels south and negotiates an alliance with the exiled monkey king Sugriva, helping him reclaim his throne in exchange for the full might of his army. Sugriva's general, Hanuman, spearheads the scouting mission. Using his divine strength, Hanuman makes a miraculous leap across the ocean to Lanka, infiltrating the enemy capital to confirm Sita is being held captive. Look at this aerial view of the shoals between India and Sri Lanka. According to the text, Rama's army pulled off a massive engineering feat here, hurling trees and boulders into the sea to construct a land bridge for their infantry. As depicted in this ancient stone relief, the resulting invasion is immense. The armies clash in the rainy season, pitting millions of warriors against giants and demons wielding supernatural weaponry. The long siege finally breaks when Rama confronts Ravana directly, striking down the demon king and pulling Sita from captivity. This victory at Lanka marks the point where moral clarity and devotion overcome the most powerful demonic forces on earth. The 14-year exile expires, and Rama returns to Ayodhya in triumph. But the celebration is short-lived. Ugly rumors begin circulating among the citizens, questioning Sita's purity during her time in Ravana's palace. Rama faces an agonizing choice between his love as a husband and his duty as a king who must maintain the trust of his people. He yields to his political role and banishes a pregnant Sita back to the forest. Years later, during a royal sacrifice, 2 young bards approach Rama's court and recite the Ramayana. Rama realizes these boys, Lava and Kusha, are his own twin sons, who were sheltered and taught by the sage Valmiki. Rama attempts to reconcile with Sita, but having endured years of suspicion, she refuses. Asked to prove her honor one final time, she calls upon her mother, the earth, to split open and swallow her. Rama spends the remainder of his life ruling the kingdom with a broken heart, until he divides his empire among his sons and eventually returns to the heavens as Vishnu. This classic depiction of Rama, Sita, and Hanuman captures the reverence millions hold for these figures. The story concludes with a king in heaven and a husband in mourning, reflecting the heavy price of leadership and moral duty.
Join us on our journey. Let's explore the world's most fascinating ideas. Click that subscribe button and never miss a discovery.